Hey everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be having some swatches and a first impression of the new BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Palette. This is what they came out with sort of as a Valentine's Day palette, and I did some swatches for you guys. I am going to kind of just go over my overall thoughts and comments. There's 15 different shades. It is a combination of matte shades, shimmer shades. There's some metallic-y glitter, like chunky, glittery shades that are in there as well. And I think overall, I'm impressed as I normally am with BH Cosmetics. BH Cosmetics is a cosmetic brand that's fairly affordable. I've talked about them before on my channel, so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So I'm going to show you guys the swatches first, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the palette. So I'm not going to do a tutorial today. I do think though that I would like to do one with this palette. So if you guys want me to do that, like the video, comment the video. So let's just go a little bit more in depth with the palette. This is what it looks like in the pan. So I'm going to get the negative out of the way first. I don't like that they don't have names, or they're not numbered. I was not able to locate that anywhere in the package that I received, but let me double check this again. Yeah, I don't see any names or labeling, which I don't know why that bothers me. It shouldn't, but it definitely does. So overall, I'm very impressed. And I think this purpley shade right there, I really want to try out. There's this tannish, silvery, metallic shade there. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to swatch just a few of them on my eyes. I do have a couple of brushes here, so I'm not going to do a look. I'm going to take one of the metallic, one of the shimmers, and one of the mattes, and I'm gonna put them on my eyes and just see how it applies that way. So no full look, just gonna test them out to see how they wear and how they blend a little bit with the brushes. It's definitely different trying to do swatches with your finger and swatches with the brushes. Finger swatches can be a little bit deceiving, although you can kind of tell how it's gonna play out, but using these, you really get the full effect. So I'm going to put a little bit of primer on my eyes, and we're just going to test a few out. Another thing I want to point out that I really like about this palette is that it comes with a really big mirror, which I've already dirtied up, you can see, with my fingerprints. So I'm actually going to use 4 shades. I'm going to try this white because I want to use that to set down the concealer I put down as primer. I just really want to give these shadows a fair shot. I think that's pretty fair to set it down. Okay, so I'm going to do a matte first, and I'm going to just take that purple shade. Again, I don't know if these colors are going to go together. I'm not really putting that much thought into it. I just really want to see how they blend and how they work on the eyes. I went a little heavy for the first time. They're really pigmented, and you can see that it does pick up a lot on the brush. The brush does have a purple tip, but you can still see that there is some powder on there, and I think, granted, I'm not blending it with another color, I'm just blending it out right now. I definitely think that these colors are going to blend good, but we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and try a shimmer shade next, and then we'll do a metallic shade after that. I lied, we're gonna do a metallic shade first because as I'm looking at them, there's really only two shimmery, glittery ones, and I think I want to use this or this on my outer corner. So we are going to go ahead and I'm going to try this metallic shade right here. I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to just dip into it. These pick up a lot of product, but again, we're not going for a look here, so this is just going to give us an idea of how it applies to the eye. And I think that that is very pretty on the lid. So the next thing, or the last thing we're going to try, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dip into that brown shimmer shade, and I'm just going to kind of press into it, and I can just see while tapping on it again the pigment that's coming off of it, and I'm just going to, I'm tapping so lightly right now and it's coming off really nice on my eye. And then we're going to just do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so these are definitely very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, a very long way. I didn't blend anything, but just so you can see how much came off with such little tapping motions, that's really important. These are definitely probably shadows that if you're not always as confident, like I'm not always that confident, you definitely want to do a little bit at a time and then build as you go. But overall, these are gorgeous. Okay, so final thoughts, comments, I love it. There's no doubt about that. I like that you can get several different looks from this. I think it's always essential to have some dark shades, especially a black shade, in a palette in case you want to turn something into a smoky eye look. But you have some winter type shades, you have some fall shades, you have some spring shades. You can create several different looks for most of the seasons. I don't know if I can see me making a summer look out of this palette, but 3 out of the 4 seasons I think is fairly good. Again, very pigmented. Be careful, be cautious when you're applying it to the eyes. I dipped in very heavy and it is pigmented, but that's great for the price that you get. There wasn't a ton of fallout at all. Like I didn't even clean the tray off or touch it whatsoever since I've dipped into it, and there's no fallout there, so that is good. Totally worth the money. That's really all I have to say about it. I really like BH Cosmetics, and I look forward to seeing them come out with new things. So that is it. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will put swatches on my Instagram, so if you guys want to go back and look at the swatches, you can do it that way. You can follow me on all of my social media accounts. I have Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And as always, that information is in the description box below. That's it. That's it. Like and subscribe, the normal stuff. And I thank everybody for watching again. I hope that you all have a great day.